Hi everybody and welcome back to Fallen Skies. I've got to say this is probably going to be the last video of it. And it'll probably be like gameplay slash my final thoughts of the game. Someone asked for a review of it, so I thought, why not give it a go. I'm not the best reviewer, I don't know much about games, I would say. Brute force, prize, consolation prize. We'll go for a rescue mission, on it. We use the usual lot. Let's jump in.
Don't forget, we stick together.
Do a nice elimination match. But judging on my final thoughts of the game, I'll try and reel off what I can.
I'm there. Enemy up ahead.
Vaguely remember. This is on the top of my head, so probably should have written stuff down.
If they come too close, they'll regret it.
One of the main questions they asked was, did the game stand up for its time?
Hold still, sucker.
And to that, I'd probably say, maybe. I mean, there are some elements which are just pure awful.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
I mean, the graphics is not bad. The gameplay ain't too bad. It does crash a few times. Can be annoying. I won't shoot. Probably should run away, really. Gonna set off the Overwatch.
Okie dokie. There they are.
Damn, we're just released them all. Ability-wise, the characters have some good abilities. I do love the elite training. That is a good, definitely something different from other turn-based strategy games I've played. The abilities could probably have a tweak.
Roger that.
I mean, I generally found most of the abilities, you go down a certain pattern.
Okay.
You know, it was either one or good ones and the rest were rubbish. There's only a few abilities I was like, that's really worth taking. Others I was like, you know, I could either have either of either. Spike Kid was one of them. You could have like have the ability to have 3 items on either side, or have like 3 utility items. You can get shot from there.
I don't feel so good. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Is anyone going to shoot? Snipe from downtown.
Take that.
I mean, some of the abilities are pretty damn good.
Yeah, I don't like blood. Got him.
The fact, like, the Overwatch, as you saw there, can be a bit annoying. I mean, in one sense, it stops you from constantly moving forward, overwatching with all your units like you can do with XCOM. But in other sense, like there,
Time to expose somebody.
you do the Overwatch, and then because I would like to have kept my Spike Boy. Oh, we got a crit.
Keep it up.
Concealed. It kind of put me in a bad position because I'd like to have everyone to have Overwatch, but I wouldn't
You got it.
want him to have Overwatched. So you got good and bad that way.
Just tell me where you want me.
I mean, some of the attributes, you like perks, you can get crazy.
Gotta make this shot count.
Completely forgot about that. I'll use a med kit.
Maybe this will help. Here. Got him.
Like there, the damage was another thing. It's so erratic. At least with Xcom, you kind of knew that
Okay.
it would tell you pretty much. I mean, it kind of tells you, but like with the crit damage, I do have an ability that lets me have 200 or something crit damage, which is freaking OP.
That's right.
If it happens. We all know crit can be random, but still. It's a bit crazy.
Gonna blow this thing back into orbit.
Like 1 minute I'm doing like 130 like there, and the other times I'm doing 6 damage.
You're gonna meet my friend Pain.
I increase my crit. I don't think I can get to him. Can I get a line of sight of him? Yes.
No one's gonna kill you now.
I'd say the graphics, I think I've said before, it's not too bad. The animation and that is a bit janky at times. Like the little running they do can be a bit annoying, the little shuffling. AI is pretty much damn.
Can we go back to camp now? Ow.
It's pretty stupid,
I think I'm
really.
getting the hang of this.
You can pretty much
Stop
predict what they're going
that.
to do.
Got him. Can we go back to camp now?
I'm going to do
On
all.
my target.
I love this Billy.
We're making it happen.
That just shreds them. So I mean, some of the abilities are really cool, which in some sense is like it makes it a really good game, and in other sense it's like dumb as hell. Like I can't remember what the other ability is that they have. That's what I mean. It was kind of like this one and then the other one, but I can't remember. Spike Boy had you can either control a mech or bring up a shield to protect people, but last time I tried it they still got a shot through, so I was like, well, it's not doing its job then, is it?
If they come too close, they'll regret it.
So if it's not working properly, why pick it?
Score!
Sniper has like, they either have a powerful shot
I don't know how much more they can take.
or you have the ability to make all units
Score!
fall back behind the sniper, which I could probably kind of see some point, but to me it kind of
Locked
seems
and loaded.
like you only have one choice, really.
Roger that.
Why would you have your whole team come back behind the sniper when you can have your sniper perform off a powerful shot and maybe kill whatever's in your way, or you know, a reason why you'd need to bring someone back? You could use that to just kill the unit that you're worried for. So in that sense, I feel like he could have done a little bit of work. The classes are not too bad, I'd probably say. You do generally get
Let's patch you all up.
Do
Back
that to
in
heal her up.
business.
You barely got any life. Oh, great. I didn't work out as well as I was thought.
On my way.
You could go down. It could be bad.
Just another day at the office.
Keep it up.
Oh, somehow we shot him through a door and a wall. Handy.
I'm there.
I mean, that just shows a bit of the jankiness. Level-wise, I mean, you pretty much have... there's a lot of similar maps.
Watch your back.
But generally, there is a good variation of maps, I would say. A lot of them you can actually see are like part of another map, which I thought was pretty cool. And they're not just like a, say like a 10 by 10 square map. You know, there's actually like edges to it and a bit different shape to it, which I thought was pretty good. Obviously, after I played literally like.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
Over like probably I'd say, because I had to restart my game, over like 200 missions.
I don't think it'll hold anymore.
You start to see some what's the saying? You start to see a lot of repetitiveness in the
Get it
maps.
out.
I think that's just be expected, really, considering
Time to move.
like how much I played. Not every game has like Xcom sort of. You know, it's not modded like Xcom.
Exactly where I wanted it. Loving this field training.
So the actual gameplay and story itself, there wasn't too much of a story to it. I don't know, I can't remember too much from the TV series, so I can't speak too much on that, whether it's quite close to the story of the TV series.
I've been hit.
So the classes are pretty good. As you can see with my team, I did favour a lot of more certain classes than others. Generally my favourite were like the fighter, a sniper obviously. And I quite like the
To expose somebody.
I mean, the Spike Kid was pretty not bad after, like, with the ability, must admit.
Just tell me where you want me.
Once I actually got the,
I just need to target the
stealth
right
unit,
spot.
the Spike Kid come a lot handier.
Back in business.
Just heal everyone.
How does that feel?
There's not much area can go. See if I can shush this guy up. Still not enough damage, but
Score!
get rid of these units because they're kind of annoying. Oh, I ain't got enough to kill him.
That.
Could have killed the other guy. I didn't really think of that one. Oh, I'm immobilized.
That's right. Making it happen.
Kill him. And
Eat this! Another one down.
got rid of him.
Water!
As for, let's say, story, there wasn't too much of a story.
Consider it done.
I mean, it was kind of. I mean, there's not.
Up ahead.
Not like there's a massive story in Xcom, so it's not like, you know, that's a big deal.
If they come too close, they'll regret it.
On it.
Come here, maybe we're about to see something from the other side. I do.
That's right.
One gripe about it is quite annoying, is the fact that when it ended, it didn't actually tell you it ended.
Going.
Like, literally, I did the last mission and I wasn't even sure that it was the last mission. That's why I played so many afterwards.
Hold still.
So annoying. It could at least told me that, you know, the game was ended.
Who's the boss now?
Which is annoying. My own guy is there. Kind of annoying. Probably should have waited before I've charged in there.
En route.
Still not enough to kill him, damn it.
There we go. All right.
Just bring him in, hopefully Overwatch will kill someone.
It's all right. You'll get it.
Another alien down? Check.
Oh, there, just knocked him for 100 on something. What the hell?
We're making it happen. I've been hit.
Yeah, I don't like blood.
How do you
Everything
get-
counts, right?
How did he get spotted?
That's not nice.
He must have Overwatched
Got
then.
him.
Is he gonna...
Stop that. Got him.
Somehow he's still alive. Don't know how.
Finally, a real fight.
That's so annoying when he does that.
Got it.
Come back here, run away. I mean, missions. There were a lot of variety in missions. And I did like the fact that when you did escort missions, the person you escorting actually had a weapon.
I hope you choke on it.
Which I feel like is kind of unrealistic at this sort of time. If you're in a...
Ready to rock.
like an alien apocalypse,
You're
you
gonna
know.
meet my friend.
Pretty much most people are going to have a gun and be armed. So I thought that was pretty good.
Blow this thing back into orbit.
Boom, took them all out.
missed. Another alien down? Check.
As for, obviously, like I say, you had your general escort missions, rescue missions, resource missions, and they're quite varied. They weren't just like limited to just resource. Sometimes you had to go get scrap metal. Sometimes it was get food. You know, get gas. They added a bit of like story to that. Like made it feel like you was actually trying to survive as a resistance. Trying to get stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. Research was kind of painful. At the start, you had loads of... You were struggling. You were trying to get resources, stuff like that.
I'm here when you're ready.
Alright, calm down. I mean, where is it? It must be over here. They've got to be there.
On your order.
I'll just overwatch for a minute.
Break time is over.
And we'll just throw one of these about.
Let's light it up.
Should show the path.
Did you see that?
But this is another thing that really bugs me. The fact that, according to this game, there was no one there until you spotted them.
Just like that.
So all this fighting, them two are just sitting there doing nothing. Not to be rude, I think this game came out
Exactly where
2014, something like that. Could be like slightly earlier. Even Xcom 1995 had the ability
I hope you choke on it.
to have enemies roam around the map in a fog of war, and you'd have to go and find them, but they were still doing stuff in the background. Like, you didn't even need to see them.
That's right.
You could just, like, if you knew where there was something over in top left corner, you could just throw a grenade, and if something was there and the grenade hit it, it died.
We can do better.
I could literally throw a grenade where they were previously. Nothing would happen. Spot them and they'd have full health. For a game at this age, I kind of feel like that shouldn't be a thing. And then it leads into the whole, you got to move forward. And Overwatch, move forward Overwatch, because the minute you spot an enemy, that's when the fight begins. You can't plan ahead because you literally have to spot them first before they can do something, before then you can react to them, which I thought was quite annoying. Which kind of got you into that routine of move forward, Overwatch, move forward, Overwatch. As if you're just waiting for them to
You can't hide from us.
be spotted. Go on, fight. You can have the last shot.
Now just rinse and repeat.
Like here. Different skills, like fall back. All units fall back to the scouting position regardless of where they are on the map. The only thing I would see that being useful is if you had to extract, and then you can get your sniper in there first, push that button and then extract them, because they all just be moved to where it is. That's the only purpose I'd see that being useful. Otherwise, you know, look, the next attack with sniper rifle has a 100% chance of hitting and deals 500% damage. To me, there's no given. You know what I mean? And then you got fighter skill. Enrage the target enemy unit and focus it to charge at the fighter's position. Now that I could understand can be useful, but you'd need, I would say, you would need, I don't know whether you could do that and Overwatch, or would you need two? One to Overwatch and one to do that ability. So then you can make it come charging towards you and then just Overwatch and kill it that way. So it's not too bad ability. Field medics. I mean, these are not too bad one. Negates all incoming damage. Dose yourself with amphetamines or whatever, which will negate all incoming damage for the next 2 turns. Handy. But generally, does that's so, some of these descriptions that vague. Can you pick who it goes on? Do you need to be next to the person for it to be delivered? Could you literally just select someone and have them done? Generally, the AI on this tends to go for the closest person to them. And as a medic, you generally leave a medic to the back playing the game because, you know, he's your medic. You don't want him getting killed or dead. As for this one, restores all units in range of the ability to maximum health, including the field medic. But what it doesn't tell you as well, which I found annoying, is when someone's downed, you can use the defibrillator to bring them back up. At the start, you have a success rate. You have like 2 or 3 chances to do it. I think the medic can make it so it's more stability and gives them more chance of them returning them to with 25 health. So you have the ability of possibly bringing them back, but generally, using the defibrillator, I've never had anyone. You can stabilize them, but they've never been revived back. This ability instantly revives them if they're down, and you don't need to be close to them. So it's kind of, it doesn't tell you that in the description, but it does it. So to me, that's just a no-brainer. Get a quick bit of boost of health to everyone that's in a certain range, and even if they're miles away, they'll get some health generally, I found. And it instantly revives someone, which is basically, you could literally send someone out, get them knocked down, and then boom, bring them back up without having to have someone near them. Perfect ability. And I believe empty an entire clip, which is the one I got. A battle cry, which grants all allies 10% chance to crit on their next shot, including the berserker. That's not too bad one. To be fair, you could probably use that and a few others. But then if you've got a sniper that can do 500 plus damage, and then have that on there for maximum crit, Jesus, you know what I mean? So it seemed like some people had like OP abilities and other people had roughly minimum. As for the works like here, I mean, it kind of seemed like there was no like research tree or anything like that. Like if you research this, you move on to this, and then you move on to this. It just seemed to be dropped in stages. Like when you got to a certain point, they'll drop loads of things. Like 1 minute I had no research whatsoever, and then I would do a story mission, and then I'd have like tons to do with no material, and it's just like, ooh. Instead of leading up to stuff where I could be like, well, I'll pick that. So then I'd have times where I did no research, I couldn't do anything, and other times where it's so much, it was like overwhelming of what to pick. What do I want first? Kind of annoying. I mean, the dispatch missions weren't too bad. That's kind of like the covert missions in XCOM. But you can only send one person. And they have a possibility. And you only get 100 of each materials. Or like this, they get injured. Not always great. Which is quite annoying. The missions you can pick, it was only in a vast area. Which is not too bad, you know, I mean, it doesn't need to be worldwide. But there's no sense of urgency either. You know, you could just do the missions at your own pace. You didn't have to, you didn't have to set, you mainly picked missions from what resources you want. There wasn't no, you know, like XCOM, the best way to describe it is like XCOM, where you have like 3 missions and you can only pick one and you have to get that rewards and then the others get affected. You know, there's no, what's the word, no threat behind your actions. You know, there's no, oh, I need to do this mission otherwise this may happen, I need to do this mission otherwise. You could easily just plod around, well, I'll just do this mission, another mission pops up, I'll do that mission. There was no urgency to doing certain missions. You could just do it how you want. Which kind of, I wouldn't say breaks you out of the feel of the game, but like, I mean, how do you lose in this game? Unless you lost everyone and lost everything. What threat do you have to take out? You know, there's no Avatar project. There's no losing the council in the first ones. You know, there was no threat at all in the game, which kind of took me out of it a bit, because you're like, well, I'm not racing to do anything. I'm not like, I mean, in the end of the day, we still didn't save the world. The end mission was quite disappointing. I mean, we took out the bloke, the mech with the mechanical leg, lost our apparently weapon that could save the world or save us, and some kid sacrificed himself, and then everyone had a party afterwards. And even then, after that, it felt like it was like, was that it? Is it over? And then I just kept getting mission after mission. It didn't tell me that was the final mission. It didn't tell me that, you know, oh, by the way, you've completed the game and that anything else onwards is bonus. So in that sense, I kind of got, because I sat there and playing, like, must have done about 20 more missions after that mission. Thinking, is there more to this? And I literally had to stop and had to look it up to be like, is that the last mission? So there's certainly aspects of this game that I would say was definitely, you know, worth the game. And certain aspects, I was like, they could have easily done better. My main one, like I said before, is the spotting aliens. They could be doing something in the background. You know, having some route they walk, or, you know, some sort of behaviour. Instead of, no, it's literally, you have to spot them, they react, then you can do something. You can't even throw anything in the fog of war. It's almost like they don't even exist until you've gone there. Which was my biggest gripe, because you couldn't plan. All you could do was move forward, Overwatch, because if one person spotted an enemy, and if, say, that was your last person, then you can't do anything, because it's then basically they move. It's like XCOM. You spot them, they move, and then if you're just the last person, they get another go. And if you didn't Overwatch, you basically just got to take the abuse, just take the attack that they do. So would I say this is lived up? I mean, like I say, it's not a bad game. There's certainly aspects that could have been done better. especially for a game in, I think it's 2014, when there's games like I said, XCOM Enemy Unknown 1995 one, that's still done it better. I mean, that's still a good game now. The abilities, I thought, like I said, were pretty good. The fact that, you know, they made it so only like certain people, like the fighter, only had Overwatch, and then you get right to the bottom, like his final, I think it's literally his final ability before you can go elite, is the ability to let everyone else get the ability to Overwatch, which is pretty cool. And like it says, generally every class had some, you know, usage for you to at least have it on the team. You know, sniper, long range. I mean, I was sitting there having them sit back and just shooting people from miles off. Because of like basically like squad sight and that, pretty much. And their accuracy was crazy. Spike boys, like I said, when I found out about the item to go invisible, and then suddenly you got their lunge, which makes them move forward, and then you can move a bit more, made them a great scout. Which is stupid considering the sniper has a scouting path. Bit stupid, but considering, like, let's say the Spike Boy has the ability to have more items, you can either have 2 items at the start. Well, no, you can get an ability to hold 2 items, then you get the ability to hold another item, so you have 3 items, or you can get the ability to have 2 items and then times them items by 3. So then you'd have like basically 3 of each item if they've got 2. Or you could even have it so they have 3 items and then one of them has the ability to 3. Pretty good. The medic you didn't get until at least, I think it was like the first story end mission, which was kind of annoying. I kind of wish I had him at the start, but cool that the fact that they added a different class as you got further into the game. I thought it was pretty, at least it's something, you know, something new, something different. But you kind of think in a military game, the first thing you'd ever want in a team is a medic. I mean, you do it on XCOM. First thing you do, like somebody, you always get the least specialist to get the ability with the 3 medkits. You know, so he's basically like, he's the medic. And you know, you'll make sure that you got a couple of them in your team, so you could split them in your teams, and you always have somebody with 3 medkits. Or a medkit at all, you know. And the fact that medkit and the other thing, resources. This is controversial. Sometimes you think, would it have made the game a bit more better if every, like, making grenades and that, like, if you used them, you lost them, so you'd have to keep manufacturing grenades? Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Because, yeah, fair enough. You could have your whole team have medkits like I did at the start. Every team had medkits. But the minute I got the field medic and had the ability for infinite medkits, I was like, right, everyone else can, you know, take off grenade. They can take off all the medkits and then they can have grenades. Because at the end of the day, it was like, I used that medkit on that person. Who else has got a medkit? You only have like a one-time use during the battle. But it's not like it was a resource. It was just that was just the way it is. You bring one medkit into the game and then you use that and done. But then the field medic has the ability for infinite. So then you could pretty much just have him run around. Oh, little scratch. I'll just heal it anyway. Little scratch, I'll heal it anyway. But then it doesn't take your resources down. maybe if you actually had to buy the medkits and use up resources to do it, would that have made it a bit more dire? And then you'd have to utilize your items a bit more? I don't know. Could have been a good aspect in the game. Overall, I would say it's not a bad game for its age. It's aged gracefully, I'd say. Obviously, sound effects and stuff like that could have been done better. I mean, the alien grenade just sounded like a wet fart at the end. I mean, I kept making that joke many times. And the little tippy tappy of them all walking like then. They don't not even like running properly, they're like shuffling their legs, which can be annoying after a while. But like I say, it wasn't too bad. But I know you can't buy the game now, so, and the prices I've seen for the game are for what that the people are trying to sell it at now for it being rare. Not worth it. But it's not a bad game, and I'm pretty sure there are probably worse tactical tactical games out, turn-based strategy games out there. So it's not a bad one. Like I say, I'd say it's aged kind of gracefully. I wouldn't say it's outstanding, but I mean, are many turn-based games going to be outstanding? You think turn-based games, you automatically think XCOM 2. And why is that so great? Two things: the War of the Chosen DLC and modding. The only reason that game has lasted so long mostly was the modding community. It's why it's one of the best ones, because you can put so many different mods on. Every time you play it, it's like playing, you can always have it like playing like a different game. So my overall verdict, I say age gracefully in aspects. I say I didn't find it a too bad game. To the end, it was getting a bit tedious, but that's more the fact of not knowing where I stand. At least Gears of War, or Gears Tactics, told you when you completed the game is completed now, but you can continue doing missions to improve people, get better gear, stuff like that. Fair enough. This didn't even tell me that. I just let me carry on playing. I mean, I could have probably carried on. I don't even know if there would be an end. Could I be getting up to like 200, 300? You know, how long would it go? Would I just be sitting there just building up the resources? Like, what am I doing with them? Is there a goal? Is there an end? And even the ending was kind of like, meh. What happened? You know, did I save the world? Did I not save the world? Did I save my area? Is our area safe? I have no idea at the end of this point. So it kind of felt a bit lackluster that end. But like I say, it's not bad turn-based game. Definitely some good aspects. Definitely was some interesting stuff. Like I say, I got to have an enemy. There's some abilities, like some good ones, like control mechs. They were pretty cool to use. It'd be nice if you could maybe, I don't know, control just, you know, a normal grunt would have been handy. But apart from that, I'd say, like I say, has it aged well? I don't know, because I'm still on the fence with that. Because it's the AI that really gets to me, because there are games that are later. If the AI was better, this would be a much better game. Because, like I said before, UFO Enemy Unknown 1995, the original XCOM, the one that kicked that all off, still had aliens in the background of the fog of war doing stuff. They were still moving. They were still killing things. They were still throwing grenades. You know, I can remember sitting there. You land your ship on a terror mission. You land your ship. You jump out. You click next turn. You set your people out. And then all you hear was grenade thrown, explosion, civilians die, doors opening, doors closing, shots being fired. And you're just like, what the hell is going on here? You know? Screams galore. And you're just like, what? Now, if that game could do that, why couldn't this do that? Why couldn't there be creatures running around, like, in the turn? Not waiting for them to spot, to even just spot them, for them to even exist. Which I think that's the biggest downfall of this game. I think that could have been a lot better. But anyway, I'm Prototype Jim. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review of this game. I'm sorry if I missed any parts. I tried to remember what I could think of. You know, generally I don't think I forget anything. I mean, I may have missed items, but a lot of the items, it's like XCOM, you know, they've got items in there that you probably never used, probably could have used, probably could have been better. Made the game a little bit different experience. But in a sense, if I played it again, I'd probably still use the same abilities. Oh yeah, I forgot, shotgun. Useless on this game. Absolutely useless. I know on XCOM the shotguns are based, but on here it was terrible. You'd think of a close range it would do a lot more damage than a rifle. Nope. The rifle did more damage. Even the pistol half the time did more damage. So the shotgun was, I thought, was quite useless on this game. But apart from that, I'd say it's not a bad game. There are definitely games out there, you know, far better. And I'm hopefully to play them as well. But yeah, this was Fallen Skies. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy it in some points. Like I say, to the end it got a bit tedious, but that's because you didn't tell me the game had finished. So I carried on doing other missions. And I hope to see you when I start a new episode of something else. Thanks everyone for watching this series, and I'll catch you on my next video. Goodbye.